And the clique is penthouse living today, Corvell. We are in Ocean Club.
I don't know how many stories high we are, but we are really sitting in a very nice, luxurious penthouse here in the beautiful Ocean Club Estates.
Most definitely. And we are here at the penthouse where Miss Taylour Paige is staying. You may know her from VH1's Hit the Floor.
Oh yeah, great show.
I love that show. I really hope I don't fan out when I interview her.
Now into its second season, well, we got to say hello to her. She seems like a very nice person. So,
yeah.
And you seem to hold it together well enough. So I think you'll be just fine.
Good, I hope so. I'm very excited to talk to Miss Taylour Paige, so let's go inside and see what she has up her sleeve.
So let's hit the floor.
We are here with the lovely Taylour Paige. You might know her from the VH1 hit show Hit the Floor.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being with us, Taylour.
Thank you for having me, guys.
And welcome to the Bahamas, by the way. Welcome to paradise.
Ooh, dutty wine. What in? What in? Plenty dutty wine that I see. So how has it been so far?
It's been amazing. I've just been dirty whining the whole time. I'm just kidding. Wrong. Looking at this, I mean, who can complain? It looks like someone painted the sky. You got ocean over there, and the weather's amazing. Everyone's nice. It's amazing.
All right, so Taylour, we're going to talk about your show, your wildly popular show, Hit the Floor, in just a second. But you're down here in the Bahamas to serve as a special guest speaker for the BTC season finale of the show Star Makeup. So how do you feel about that?
I'm excited. I get to talk to these amazing young individuals who will probably end up changing the world.
And
That's what we're all trying to do, right?
And what's Taylour Paige's message to these young kids?
To keep dreaming, to keep going, to keep learning.
And you're fairly young yourself, just 23, I think it is.
Yeah,
like, what does it take to be a star at your age? I mean, didn't have much time.
not a star.
Girl, you are.
Girl, if we were filming, I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's really cool to be on a show and do what I've been training to do my whole life, but it's cool more than anything to have a platform to actually have a voice.
Show business anywhere isn't easy to get into, and I would imagine even more difficult in the United States.
Successful.
It's stressful.
So tell us, how did you get to this point?
Well, I've been dancing my whole life. I started training when I was a baby. Literally at 3 years old, my mom couldn't get me to sit still. You know, when you're, well, obviously, the blinker in your car, and it makes that noise. It's like click, click, click. I'd be in the back seat like click, 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 click. Like, oh, my mom's like, stop this child. And then she put me in Catholic school, and the nuns were always complaining that, like, they'd say sit down, and I'd proceed to do a cartwheel. So my mom would always be like, what's wrong with this child? So she put me in dance class young, and I stuck to it. And then I started dancing with Debbie Allen, and she had me do all of her musicals. And I was too young to be starring in her musicals or to be like leading a show, but she's like, know everything, you know, she was saying how understudies are the most important in the whole show, because someone could get sick, someone could get in an accident, and you have to go because the show must go on. So I've always taken knowing, you know, I'm interested in learning about cameramen and the lens that we're on, and then what this person does, what that person does. So anyway, it's interesting because I've always loved it, and it's just grown into this thing. I went to school, and then I kept auditioning, and then my senior year I auditioned for the show, and here I am.
And you may not know it, but Taylour Paige, you were a Laker girl.
Yes.
How was that experience? Okay.
I'm just keeping it real.
We keep it real on the clip.
Paula Abdul says differently.
Oh, she loved it?
Oh yeah,
well, for you, talk about it. How was it for you?
It was probably fun though when she was. It just wasn't really fun. I mean, you know what? It was a great learning experience, and it was cool because I am a really huge Laker fan. At that point, we've been doing kind of bad the past few seasons, but I love the Lakers, so it was cool to just be like that close to the team. And I love dancing, and it was a cool college gig because I was working retail and at a restaurant, so it was like my fun job. But it was just, I just was always feeling bad about myself, and I know that we will in the industry, but I'm like, this isn't for me. So, but I took that experience, and a year later got to use that for playing this role in the show, because the NBA world is such a world of its own, and there's so many rules, and you can't fraternize with the players, and you gotta dance like this, and your skirt's like that, and your makeup. So it's been interesting to have a little bit of reality with the role.
You're enjoying some huge success right now. Like you said, the show is a success, but yet you seem still so grounded. I mean, how do you maintain that?
Oh, thank you. Well, that means a lot to me. I hope to grow and evolve, but I don't want to change because I'm lucky to be here and it could all be gone tomorrow. And I think that if you're lucky enough to have, like I said, a platform or a voice, or you're somebody that people listen to, you now are responsible for being the best you and hopefully setting an I know a lot of people say, well, just because I'm famous doesn't mean I'm responsible, but I feel like it is.
And I think I can attest to that because I do follow you on Instagram, by the way.
Oh,
I'm a fan, like I said. And it's always so bubbly, so cheerful. And when I saw you posted the clouds, I'm like, yeah, she's coming to the Bahamas.
You saw those clouds, girl?
And I was like, yay, she's on her way.
So the Devils have been inspired by Elena and decided to publicly support me.
And what about privately?
Privately, I so much as sneeze wrong and I'm dancing at a theme park. I think I've lost my taste for alcohol these days.
Finding Pete like that's a tough thing to get past.
Toughest thing to get past is him choosing alcohol over me. I gave him an ultimatum and it didn't matter. He chose alcohol over his own daughter.
You know, I watched a few episodes of it. One thing comes to mind right away. It's very sexy.
It's really sexy. Yeah. My grandma's like,
I'm always like,
9
oh, my
p.m.
grandma's watching
9 p.m.
Season 2 started with sex, okay, with her and Derek in the bed.
I was like, Grandma, tune in. It comes on at 6. Tune in around like 6:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's, you know, around the world, people view sex differently. I know it's kind of like, whoa. I know in America it's like, whoa, but it like sells. But it is a lot. But our creator is very much about that, and he's amazing at what he does. And it's fun to do. It's sometimes uncomfortable, but it's fun to do. So I feel like hopefully in my career, I'll know, oh, well, this is just, I'm used to it now because I've done so many sex scenes at this point.
What's it like now being like noticed by so many people? Like when you're out and about, do people come up to you and they're like, hey, are you Taylour Paige?
It is weird because it's always, I feel like it always happens when I'm like looking a hot mess. When I just came back from Houston visiting my grandma, and I was literally in the Chick-fil-A line getting my grandma food for her to take her 3 o'clock medicine. And she's like, go get me something. I'm like, can I take a shower first? She's like, no. So I go and I literally I looked crazy. And she's like, are you Taylour? And I was like, no. I'm like, just kidding, I am. But it's different. It's cool. It definitely makes me feel, I don't know, it wasn't necessarily like that in high school, so now it feels like, oh, I'm a popular kid or something.
What's it like working with a Kimberly Elise, a Dean Kane? I mean, it must
amazing.
be crazy. Exactly.
Amazing.
It's so special. It's like a constant, like I'm in class, and I get to learn from these people who have put so much into it and have also had their own hurdles in the industry. You know, Kimberly Elise, Lynn Whitfield, we had Charlotte Ross last season, we had Dean Kane, we have, I mean, all of the actors on my show are incredible.
Hey, Rick Ross is on it too.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't know that.
Really?
If I had known, I would have told him I was coming.
Well, definitely we will be watching and seeing what else you have planned. Taylour Paige, the devil
Thank
girl
you.
herself. Thank you so much for being with us.
Bye, guys.
Headed to
Thank
becoming
you.
a household name.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
BTC star, my God.
On the click.
And the click.
And
Tell them
the
what
click.
you're watching. You're watching.
You are
the
watching
click.
Click.
No,
Wait,
the
click.
click.
Oh, the click. Sorry. Let's do that again.
Bring it
You
back.
are watching the Click.